A surprise visitor. It was late on a Monday when he arrived. You know, the surprise visitor. We heard a knock at the front door at around 9 p.m. My father quietly went up to the door with his shotgun on his hip to see who it was. We lived deep in the British countryside in a small farm, hence the shotgun. So it was odd for someone to be out at the door at this time, in the middle of winter. I just managed to get a glimpse of the man outside the door. He was tall and gaunt, looked like he was starving, had jet black hair and even darker eyes, seemingly devoid of any emotions at all.
Please let me in, he begged. I just want something to eat and somewhere to sleep. I won't hurt anyone, I swear.
Feeling sorry for the man, my father lowered the shotgun and let him in. God, I wish he'd shot him then. That is if it would have done anything. The man took a seat, and my mother made him a sandwich and got some coffee. Although my parents were happy to talk to him, I wasn't. Something about him seemed off. Was it the way he sat, or the way he stuttered when he talked? I can't remember. At around 11 p.m., I was getting tired, so said good night and retreated to the safety of my room. Before entering, I checked on my little brother, Martin, to make sure he was asleep. It only took me around 5 minutes to fall to sleep. In that time, I couldn't stop thinking about the man in his eyes. His eyes were inhumanly dark, as if he had none. At around 1 a.m., I was woken by what sounded like muffled screaming from the room downstairs. I passed it all off as my over-imaginative mind playing tricks on me and ignored it. Only a couple of seconds later, I heard it, a shriek, the kind of shriek you let out when you know you're about to die. I rushed downstairs and found my parents. They had heard it as well and were just as afraid. We all went to Martin's room and found the door slightly ajar. As we busted in, we looked into the bed to find nothing there. The room was empty, except for the surprise visitor.
I heard a scream from here, so came in as soon as possible and nothing was here.
As we turned to leave, I noticed something. The stutter from before was gone. In fact, his voice was deeper and flowed smoothly. My mother had noticed it too, and we both turned around to look at him again. And that's when we noticed it. The blood. Oh God, the blood. There was thick crimson blood dripping down from his mouth, which now took the form of a giant grin from ear to ear. Martin's blood. My mother was the first to scream. The man lunged at her, biting into her trachea. I spun around and ran for the door. I only turned to see my father grab the shotgun and point it at the man. When I exited the door, I bolted to the nearby forest, expecting to hear the thunder of the shotgun going off, but nothing happened. Then I saw my father's severed arm land 10 meters behind me, still holding the shotgun. I sprinted until I reached the forest, before looking back. Nothing. Nothing at all. I wish I hadn't looked forward. He was in front of me. How the fuck was he in front of me? He grabbed me by the neck and threw me towards the nearest tree. I flew about 5 meters before feeling an acute pain in my right lung. I had been impaled on a branch when I hit the tree. As he came towards me, I looked at his eye, expecting to see the same blackness as before. His eyes were red, bright red with rage. He radiated a ravenous, all-consuming fury. As he grabbed my neck once again, he looked directly into my soul. At that moment, I felt nothing but hatred and loathing for this man.
You're the same as me.
I blacked out from the pain after hearing this. When I woke up, it was the morning. I peeled myself off the tree and looked down at my chest. The wound was gone. There was supposed to be a branch in my right lung, but there wasn't. I turned back and walked to my house. It was a house fire, they said. The bodies of my family were never found, and it was assumed that they were caught in the blaze. And that is why I am at your porch now. Please let me in. I just want something to eat and somewhere to sleep. I won't hurt anyone, I swear.